Hey guys, it's Zeon.
And Dr. Aggro.
And we're talking about Marvel again. Yay! Woo! Yes. Okay, so Daredevil Season 2. It happened. We watched it. You watched it. It took you a lot longer than me. Because I'm a fucking freak and I binge watched the entire thing in a goddamn day.
I had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I work.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Yeah.
I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. You know what? I have a YouTube channel, I have a job, and I watched the entire thing in one day. Alright? I got 4 hours of sleep before I went to work that night. Thank you very fucking much. What was your excuse? What were you doing? Not watching Daredevil?
High levels of competency in my job performance.
I see what you do at your job. It doesn't take high levels. Hell, I've seen other people who have worked your job. It doesn't take high levels. Overachiever. Anyhow, Daredevil Season 2. We watched it. I guess to get the non-spoiler part out of the way, it's Daredevil versus Punisher with some Elektra mixed in there. It's good. Yeah. I don't think it's personally better than Daredevil Season 1.
No.
Or Jessica Jones. Yeah, it's not as rock solid of a story because it's kind of juggling a lot of ideas. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's definitely worth watching. It was good enough to warrant me binge watching it in a single sitting. So, you know, like you watched it, what, like 4 days, I think, took you? Maybe?
2 or 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was good enough to warrant us pretty much just plowing through it pretty damn quickly. And the spoiler-free section, because, fuck it, like, I don't really want to worry about that. So yeah, it is good, it is worth watching, go check it out if you haven't already, it's on Netflix. It doesn't cost you anything but your time in the Netflix subscription. So, yeah.
So if you're one of those people who leeches Netflix, it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, there you go. Even better. You know. So, yeah. Where do we start with this? Just, there's so much going on here. I mean, we got, like, the Punisher, we have Elektra. I guess we just go over the things that we really liked.
You know what? Let's start with Deadshot wasn't in this series. And it seems like he should have been.
Bullseye.
Oh, Bullseye? Am I doing the wrong universe?
Yeah.
I can never keep straight which one is which.
Well, the one with the metal mask and like the glowy eye is Deadshot. The guy with the mask.
I'm glad Bullseye wasn't in this. Fuck him.
Well, yeah, Bullseye. Like, I kind of definitely felt like he should have been this, especially considering they do the scene with Elektra. Like, you know, she gets like impaled, and it's just like, oh. Well, there was the scene, but it wasn't Bullseye. Okay. Like, they bring her back next season, and then Bullseye shows up and stabs her again. But yeah, like, Bullseye wasn't in it. I was really expecting him to be in it, because it really felt like... But then again, like, the season was already juggling so goddamn much. Because... And it's weird, like, the way they do it. Because, like, the first 4 episodes are... brilliant. They're like the best thing ever. I loved it. Like that 4-episode chunk where it's just...
That's the whole first part of the Punisher arc?
Yeah. Those 4 episodes that are the Punisher arc, that is so damn good. Like, I would say that 4-episode chunk could possibly rival the entirety of Season 1 of Daredevil, because it was just so damn good. The guy they got for the Punisher to play Frank Castle, goddamn amazing. Mm-hmm. Really loved him. They gave him like a good bit of layers and nuance to him. I would probably say this is my favorite interpretation of the Punisher. I don't know how accurate of an interpretation it is.
I mean, I think a lot of his performance works because over a lot of other Punishers that we've seen, they really tune up how much of a soldier he is.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is really also the difference between a guy who went to Afghanistan and a guy who went to Vietnam, and the difference between how soldiers act from those 2 eras. So I think that resonated a lot more of where he acted like the soldiers we're familiar with. And that really came through in his character.
Never thought of it that way. Alright. Yeah, I loved his portrayal. I loved just how stone cold, how just to the point he is. Like, I love how they set up really early on, like, oh yeah, like, you know, I never miss a shot. Like, you know, it's like 1 shot, 1 kill. So then when the fake Punisher is going around, like, plowing through people... You know, like, you know, first, as soon as you see, like the spray and pray going on in that fucking office, it's like... Frank Castle wouldn't do that. Ever. Especially when Foggy gets hit, because you might be able to think, like, oh, well, maybe he just knows exactly where not to shoot.
No, it's one in the shoulder, like, wow, I wonder who's shooting through this window.
Right, because it's George Chiliz and Frank Castle. That was fantastic. God, that fucking scene where he ties up Daredevil and just
when that started,
the gun taped to his hand.
Like, I braced myself because I'm like, oh god, now we're gonna do the thing where they sit around and talk about, and they do. They sit around and they talk about their character motivations and their political views on vigilantism and the moral reasons for what they do. That's exactly what they do. But goddamn, those two do it well.
Yeah, like they have a really good chemistry. To just because you have like this good confliction going back and forth, and it is really engaging. It was really well done.
It's really like those two characters would do that.
Yeah,
those are the kind of people who would sit around and have that conversation.
Yeah. God, I fucking love, what was it? When he's talking to like that old guy around like the other side of the door. Mm-hmm. You know, he's outside of view of Daredevil. But he can tell that Daredevil's got like some really good hearing or some shit going on, some senses going on. So like he pulls out the gun and like, and he because that's like, oh, I wasn't gonna shoot the guy. That was just for show for you. You know, like that was good shit. Just when he fucking tapes that gun to his hand, it's just like, kill me or kill him, kill me or kill him. Like you have no fucking choice. That was just such a good dynamic. Apparently, that whole scene of Daredevil being tied up, like chained up with a gun taped to his hand by Punisher, is something that's from the fucking comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was watching some videos of, I think I was watching a Punisher video on YouTube or whatever, and one of the things that they had was, like, they showed a panel of that, and I was like, oh fuck, that is actually from the comics. That is really cool. Yeah, yeah, and of course, like, you know, they're doing like this kind of slow universe building thing where like, it takes them a while to become full fleshed out Punisher.
Yeah, I mean, just like Daredevil in season 1.
Yeah, this is like, you know, like the last episode, you finally get him in the skull with like the sweet ass bulletproof vest. And it's great too because like as soon as you see that vest, you see like the lining on the bottom. Mm-hmm. You go, oh, there it is.
Shit, when they bring out the X-rated cord, it's just, oh fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was, you know. It's such a like that whole area is just so well constructed, and then it makes it really sad when Elektra shows up, and I should be really excited that Elektra's there, and she completely derails half the goddamn story, and because at this point, you know, it's doing like the serious law drama stuff with Frank Castle, and then you have you have the whole Elektra thing going on with Matt. And it's just kind of like bouncing back and forth between them, and it just never hits like a good balance.
That's the whole point of how the Elektra arc was built, but I think pairing that with the Punisher arc was what made it feel weird. Because the Elektra arc was all about, his double life and the going back and forth, but if you're doing the Punisher story that they were doing, you needed to stay on it and keep the pressure on.
And then also, because I got oh, hi doggy, how's that going? Who's a good doggy? Yeah, like, I feel like another issue this arc had was, you know, because you start off with Punisher, and you're like, okay, well, this is the central conflict of the story. Mm-hmm. You know, Elektra's probably going to show up later, kind of fuck things up. And then, like, Punisher gets taken out so early, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's over, and Elektra shows up, and her arc begins, and he's doing that double life thing, but during that entire stretch, we don't have an antagonist. We have no clue what the fuck's going on. We just kind of have, like, Elektra and Matt are doing some shit, and we don't know what the hell Elektra's doing. And then we have the courtroom things, but it's just like it's these two completely separate storylines that, you know, Matt's trying to struggle between, and like that's good, but we don't know what the hell Elektra's doing, who she's fighting against. At least we find out by episode.
Yeah,
by the end of
it's
episode.
kind of too late in the series to have us not know the stakes anymore.
Yeah, and yeah, so there's like no stakes from our perspective. And then at the end of episode 8, the very end of episode 8, we find out, oh, it's the Hand. Mm-hmm. And you kind of expect it's going to be the Hand, but like, you know, for them to not start developing that sooner, it really just kind of takes you out of it a bit, because it's just like, okay, where is this going?
It took me 2 episodes to remember what Black Sky was.
Oh, right, yeah, the little kid from the last.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what the fuck was Stick doing last season? He was doing some shit with...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he had to kill the Black Sky. which they never really got. They never actually fucking get into what the hell the black sky is. Only that it's
well, yeah, they get into that they don't know.
Well, because it's supposed to be like the hand's ultimate weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like this destined thing, and it's like, okay, well, it's been 2 seasons now. Can you please explain this?
Well, no, they said they don't know.
Oh, like the hand doesn't know.
One's never been activated.
Okay, all right. Well, it's just kind of weird though. Like, how do they know what the black sky is? Like, how do they know?
Ancient magic.
I'll accept it. Yeah. But yeah, it goes so long without telling us the stakes, and then I feel like. Once the hand's properly introduced, you start getting an idea, and they start fleshing out the Elektra thing. It's like, okay, this is where they're going. This is what they're doing. But then you have 2 very separate storylines going, where you no longer have the Matt Murdock confliction between his Daredevil persona and
he has that great scene where he tells Foggy, he's just like, "You're not my goddamn mother."
Yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna do this regardless. Fuck off. But you no longer have this confliction with the whole Matt Murdock double life thing, but now you just have 2 stories running concurrently where it's just the Punisher going after the blacksmith, and you have Elektra and Daredevil dealing with the hand. But then every so often, Daredevil kind of bleeds over into the Punisher thing.
See, I really figured the blacksmith would tie that all back into the hand.
You thought it was gonna come back and intersect, but no, it's just 2 completely separate fucking storylines. I think that's another thing that really kind of killed that, because you have the thing on the boat with the fake blacksmith. You know, Daredevil shows up there, and for some fucking reason, it's like, okay, you're really not even involved in this story. You're just kind of inserting yourself into it. And then the same thing kind of happens on the opposite end, where Daredevil's having this fight with all the ninjas, and then Punisher shows up. He's not really involved in that, but he just kind of does it anyhow, and it's...
Well, I mean, there were ninjas to shoot.
Yeah. And just... I kind of felt like the blacksmith thing ended up being a little anticlimactic, because he just kind of drags his ass out into the forest, into a shed, puts one in his head. It's like, well, that storyline's over, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think the anticlimax in that particular part was kind of built in, because it was the big scary shed, we're getting close. She's like, no, Frank, listen, no, it's you get up to that moment, but it's the Punisher. So yeah, no, he drags him in his shed and he caps him.
Yeah. What was it? Okay, so... when Clancy Brown shows up, the fucking Kurgan shows up in this as, military guy, my immediate thing was, oh, wait a second, isn't he the evil military guy? I could have sworn, and then I realized I was mixing this with the Flash. Because he plays evil military guy in the goddamn Flash.
I hear that voice, I'm like, oh, thank God, yes, perfect person. Any colonel ever, let it be that guy.
Right. So, when Clancy Brown shows up, and I'm just I was really confused. I'm like, wait, why is he being such a good guy? He's a total motherfucker. And then I remembered, I was thinking of the wrong goddamn show. Dude, I went through 2 fucking episodes of Daredevil going, isn't this guy a son of a bitch? Aren't I supposed to hate him? I'm like, oh, never mind, he's a good guy. I was actually texting a friend of mine who was watching at the same time, and I was just telling them about how I'd gotten fucked up on that, and I shit you not, 5 minutes after I sent that text talking about how I had gotten those 2 fucked up, those 2 different characters that he played fucked up, and how I was like, oh, well, apparently he's a good guy in this, the fucking villain reveal happens. I was like, son of a bitch, I just said that, and I have to I was just I had to ride that text message out until they got to that point in the season, because they were 40 minutes behind me.
Uh-huh.
I was just great, now I feel like a dipshit. But, oh man, yeah. So yeah, that kind of felt like an anticlimax. It was just, like you said, you really felt like you were waiting for those 2 to tie in.
I do with that too, where it's just, he has that first arc with Daredevil, and then he has his own arc that just, is happening later. Mm-hmm. And I do like how it kind of kept low-key, because it sort of meshes into how Punisher always fits into the universe, where everybody's having all these, huge arcing arch-nemesis adventures, and then every now and then the Punisher shows up, because he's in town to, kill 20 dudes.
Yeah.
And it's never on this scale, and it's never this heroic. No, he's just, I'm here to kill people.
Yeah. Oh, man. When he fucking, had those guys hooked up on meat hooks, Jesus Christ.
That was a bit out there.
Oh, man, just so much about his character. It was just so well executed.
I know it's pedantic, but I have to point this out.
Mm.
The scene where, Karen's in police custody. She goes to the Punisher to a diner where he uses her as bait to lure some guys out. And those two guys enter the diner to kill him.
Mm-hmm. You and this gun.
One of them has a Cobra Street Sweeper semi-automatic shotgun. This gun shows up again later in when the wall comes apart and there's the big wall of guns that Frank Castle finds.
It's called reusing props, Aggro.
No, I get that. And I get that it looks cool if you've never seen it working. The Cobra Street Sweeper is the worst fucking shotgun ever made. Please stop putting it in movies. It doesn't look that cool.
It looks cool.
We can drum magazine other shotguns. Better shotguns? Functional shotguns?
Right.
That guy deserved to get his head blown off.
You know what gets me, though, is that is the one time where they don't just, spray and pray. It's drive-by. And you would think, okay, they're at a diner with big fucking windows. That is the thing that bothered me in that scene. It's just it just, there's this really contrived situation. It's why did they even go in? Every other time they just blow the place up and then, that's it.
I mean, I guess in the universe we're not to the point yet where you think, is Frank Castle on this city block?
Yeah.
Because they got really, really close to that guy. And I'm like, don't get that close. Just start shooting.
Right. Yeah, that was... that was the one sequence where I was just that's pretty dumb. That was really dumb, both in terms of storytelling and just in terms of that scene in general.
So in season 1, you had the hallway fight.
Yes!
And then in season 2, they just go, we're gonna do that again. And they don't even dress it up. The lighting changes and it's time for the hallway fight.
Which turns into a staircase fight. It just keeps going.
Still got the chain wrapped around one arm and the empty fucking Smith & Wesson taped to the other and poking people with it really hard.
Yeah, he's just clubbing them with the fucking, with the blunt end of that fucking, just clubbing them with that. And he's just got the fucking chain. He's catch him with the feet. I love just...
Belmont's his way across.
Yeah. Just, oh man. And just every time there's a light source, he just takes it out just to blind him, obviously. It was just so good.
I love every time he gets into those big fights, he always has that attitude of, okay, back to work.
Yeah. Though I will say, because with the original hallway fight, they claim, they swear up and down that was all one shot. Mm-hmm. This one clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was actually a little noticeable. I don't know if it was meant to be noticeable, but that it was definitely, there was at least 2 cuts that I noticed during that fight, and I was just could it have hit that a little better? But yeah, that beyond that though, oh my god, that fight was so damn good. The original one was just so seamless, but this one was super good. I loved the whole addition of the gun being taped to his hand. He's just using it as a cudgel, and he just has the chain. It added a lot of extra depth and layers to that fight, to the choreography, and just, oh my god, the choreography.
Now, here's the thing about the choreography. After that hallway fight, when he really starts mixing it up with ninjas and Nobu, is it just me or is he doing a lot of extra flipping? Like that same jump side flip thing when no one's near him for no reason. It happened at least twice.
I'm trying to think of. I think he does do a bit more flipping. Usually I've noticed when he does the flip, it's he comes out and kicks someone who's already on the ground. They're getting up and he kick flips them down, just nails them in the head and drops them back down for the count. But yeah, I think you're right. I do think that the choreography this season, oddly enough, wasn't as good as the first season. Maybe because they didn't have as much time to work on it or whatever. That maybe it's just all the ninjas. They're yeah, more flipping, more ninjas.
Yeah, more ninjas. And the thing with the ninjas. Mm-hmm. Okay, blanket thing with ninjas. Please stop having ninjas show up to gunfights with bows. They're ninjas. They're not time-displaced warriors.
Okay, Aggro, the last time we gave ninjas guns, people lost their shit about the last TMNT movie, alright?
See, I was only mad at those guys because they were clearly wearing Afghan scarves. That was fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, anyway.
But they're Afghan ninjas.
So when he's fighting the ninjas, and, like, you know, they're doing ninjutsu shit to hide their presence, and he can't sense them anymore, so he starts tracking the weapons. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, that was great shit.
It was kind of confusing later on when he's like, don't track their heartbeats, track their breath.
Yeah.
It seems like that would be the more obvious thing to do. Like, if they're concealing their heartbeats, I don't think they're breathing often enough for you to consistently...
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That was kind of a weird thing. Like, I'd imagine it's supposed to be more like a meditative thing where it's just, you know, they can just kind of slow their heartbeats or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you still need to breathe. Or they're undead ninja warriors because they were kind of hinting at that. So it could just be a thing of they don't have a heartbeat, but apparently still need to breathe. If that's the case, that's kind of weird. It's kind of like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's like, oh yeah, vampires don't breathe. We don't have breath or anything. They don't have heartbeats. They can get an erection and fuck it like a 16-year-old girl, but they do not have breath and they don't have heartbeats.
Oh God, let's not go into Joss Whedon's abuse of his own vampire rules.
What? You know, you have a problem with, like, magic boners?
I have a problem with, I'm going to put this blanket over my head and run through fucking downtown California midday sun.
He plays fast and loose with his own rules. It's still no Twilight.
So I believe we've gotten to the point in American culture over the last several years that everything being Japanese is starting to actually seem kind of weird. So, you know, how Daredevil, when a lot of its lore was written, we were in our full swing weeaboo phase. So when Stick, like, pulls out a katana and everybody in a scene, they all have katanas. It's like, why do they all have katanas? Oh, because of when this was written. Everything had to be Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely during that, because, I mean, like, Frank Miller was just, the motherfucker loved ninjas. I mean, he wrote Ronin, he fucking, then he went on to write Daredevil, and he I'm pretty sure he's the one who created the hand. But yeah, it never really fazed me, because, like, I've never gotten out of that, why are they carrying weapons, like, ninja weapons thing.
Well, no, it's just like, why did Stick have a katana? Yeah,
you ever seen a blind man fire a gun?
Yes.
Oh. How'd that go?
Pretty well. It was a trick shot thing.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Go that guy.
Right.
What else Stick's excuse? Why can't he just...
I think it was about the... Like, we start wrapping up the hand arc when I just think, we're just never going to get him swinging from his billy club thing, are we? And then... It finally fucking shows up in the last episode.
Oh my god, yeah, when he gets the fucking billy club, it's just like, oh yeah, here you go, here's this. I was just like, yes! Finally! It's like, because at that point, you know, it's like having Bruce Wayne running around in his bat suit, and he doesn't have the fucking utility belt. And then, they had to see it too, he finally gets the utility belt. But now he finally got his goddamn billy club. I was so excited.
He's running toward a roof, and he just swings the thing out and wraps and sticks onto him. Yee!
Yeah, that was so good. I was so excited because, like, as soon as oh, I forgot his name. The guy was Gladiator, the guy who makes all this shit. I forgot his name. Melvin. Is it Melvin?
I don't
know. But yeah, just like when he shows up and he's just like, oh, here's this sweet thing. And it's just like, yeah, like you can use it as nunchucks, you can use it as a grappling hook. Yeah, it's just pretty sweet. Here you go. I'm like, oh, he finally has it. Yeah, that was a good fanboy moment. Okay, Daredevil's costume. What is your opinion of it?
I think much like many Batman iterations, it could be made better by being made simpler. I like how they had in-universe reasons for it looking the way it does, because that's what it is. It is pretty high-grade armor. I mean, I'd probably prefer it if you just had like a red cloth suit on. I got really into his Dread Pirate Wesley look in season 1. I just, by the time he puts it on, I'm like, that's cool. I'm gonna miss that fucking headband for all the flippy kicks.
Right. Yeah, because like for a while there, I was just like, he's gonna be in like this, like probably like the entire thing near the end. And I'm like, And then like, but by the end of it, I was really sad when it went. Yeah, because I really did love just and how it just kept adding more shit to it. Yeah, just like little things. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of people criticize the suit. I personally loved it because I'm like, yeah, because if you're gonna like try and like bring Daredevil and try and make him make sense and give him a suit that makes sense for him, you know, because you know he doesn't have superpowers or anything really. I mean, he doesn't have like legit superpowers. He has like dolphin sonar. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any physical superpowers. So yeah, giving him that like mid-grade bulletproof kind of like his costume makes a lot of sense. It doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I loved it personally. Like it's one of my favorite suits that they've done so far for like the MCU, because like so far like it was like the most recent Captain America suit I love. Like that is my favorite suit so far. Like getting a silly suit and like getting like a somewhat accurate representation of it on screen. Love that. And I feel like this is kind of like the next step down from there, where it's just like, you know, I really wish he had like the DD on his suit, like just somewhere.
Maybe soon.
You know, maybe by the end of season 3, the dude's like, here, I put an emblem on it.
Right, just every fucking season. God damn.
Maybe by the Defenders will have a fully realized Daredevil.
I keep waiting for like we're gonna see Luke Cage in the Power Man outfit like one time as a joke. And then fucking Iron Fist is going to show up, fully formed, giant collar and everything.
Right.
It's like, what's up? I'm Iron Fist.
Yeah, like if they don't give him like the full-on martial arts outfit, I'm going to be really disappointed because it's like, it's fucking Iron Fist. Don't fuck with it. I mean, like, if Doctor Strange live action gets to have the full-on crazy pop collar, yeah,
they're probably going to lose the collar for him.
No, he has the collar.
No, I mean Iron Fist.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like, give it to him. I feel like he's probably going to have like a looser outfit, because like his outfit's like super tight with the collar. I feel like he'll probably end up with like a looser kung fu outfit, maybe with the collar.
Yeah, I mean, just like give him some green Under Armour and the bandana.
Yeah. Like, oh man. Like Iron Fist is like the one I'm most excited about. I don't know jack shit about Iron Fist.
Right? He punched a dragon.
Yeah, right? He like ripped the dragon's flaming heart out with his fist, and that's how he got his powers. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, but I've never like read anything with him. The closest thing I've seen to anything with him in it is the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Like that is my entire that YouTube videos talking about him from the comics is my entire frame of reference for Iron Fist. But yeah, like I really hope that they do him accurate. But as far as Daredevil goes, like I love his suit. I love it so much. It is kind of like the Batman suit I've been wanting to see live action, because it's like, yes, you know, if you're gonna like, because I hate the armor. I hate like the plastic suits that they give him. I hate like the hard armor stuff that plating he has. Him having like that kind of like Kevlar weave though, it's like, okay, it's flexible, it's light. You know, you put like a few pieces of like, you know, hard plastic or like hard armor on certain like vital areas. That's awesome. I feel like that's all Batman would ever need, and that's really all Daredevil really needs to get through. And when that fucking helmet took a bullet. Jesus Christ!
Cracked it right up the shit.
Oh man, when Murdoch started losing his hearing.
Yeah, that was. I'm like, is this gonna be the whole mid arc? Jesus.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that didn't last longer, because like he loses his hearing twice and that's it. And I was like, I was kind of hoping that'd be more of a thing. Like he'd have to like just deal with it and just, you know, something would have to happen to get his hearing back. But
you call up Foggy like, Foggy, I can't see. Right.
Nothing new. Yeah. Honestly, I think it'd be more like, Foggy, I can't see.
Fucking,
I can't hear.
Foggy, I love that he got at least a third of the series. Like, he's still in it.
Yes. Foggy and Karen really just pull their own weight. God, they made Foggy such a badass. I mean, he was a badass last season. It's just like, whenever he just has to, like, buckle down and do that law shit, oh, man.
I love that he's here. I love that them having a law firm isn't just something they put in the background now that season 1's over.
Yeah, it's still an integral part of the story. And
it really, like, the shit between him and Matt was a fight I couldn't come down on a side on, because, like, you know, fucking Matt Murdock's like, you're not my mother, I'm not asking you for your permission to be the person I am, I'm helping people, you need to get the stick out of your ass. But then fucking Foggy's like, you're fucking over all of your friends and you're shitting on your responsibilities.
Yeah. Cut the fuck out, bro. Yeah, it's just, and it's really hard to say who's right and wrong in that, because Matt is trying to do the good thing, the right, what he views as the morally right thing, until he starts fucking around with Elektra. Like that kind of
who's right in this fight? Karen, who goes, y'all motherfuckers need to stop lying to me.
Right? The fact that no one has told her that he's Daredevil yet. Well, I mean, she finds out at the very end because he has the mask in a bag, and they never. Isn't that the very last scene of the episode?
I think there's one more after it. Oh yeah, it's an Elektra's.
Yeah, the Elektra resurrection thing, which I guess because was it during that arc? I was like, you guys are never gonna go back to that big iron casket thing, and what the hell that's for, are you? And then at the very end, you see Elektra, and it's okay, that's how Nobu came back. Now we know. All right. Just Matt chucking Nobu off the fucking building. I was just like...
I'm like, did I just... Yeah, that's what he did.
He just gets up with the fucking billy club and just chuck his ass.
It was right before that when I started thinking so he's just cool with Elektra stabbing ninjas now. That's just, he's not even commenting. And then fucking Punisher shows up and just caps some ninjas, and he's like, yeah, kill these ninjas. And I'm like, so he's just not even, woo! Oh. Oh my, Matt.
Yeah, I'm curious if we're gonna get a third season before we get Defenders. Because, we haven't heard anything on a third season yet, which will probably take another week or so before it gets announced. But, we got, Jessica Jones has already been confirmed for a second season, so it's are we going to get a second season before we get Defenders? There's all these things going on. I'm like...
I want Jessica Jones to fight the Hand.
Yeah,
she rolls up on some case and just fucking magical ninjas.
Well, the thing is, though, with her, she's not invulnerable. Mm-hmm. So, she's gonna get poisoned, she's gonna get stabbed.
Which, that poison never seemed to show up again.
Yeah,
People
it happens...
kept getting cut, and...
Yeah, that was something that started bugging me, cause especially, near the end. I was just how is...
Because I don't think she got, they didn't telegraph her getting hit by a special or a specific kind of weapon.
Yeah, it was
she just got gutted.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was weird, too. Unless, when she got, stabbed by Nobu. Well, then again, Nobu stabbed her... Did he stab her with his sword, or was she stabbed with a sai?
I think she got slashed with a katana.
Was she? I could have sworn she got stabbed. I don't know.
Is that when she died?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, did they just do the full-on sai stab? I can't remember now. Fuck. Because I know...
I think Nobu got her with a sai.
Okay, yeah, Nobu got her with sai. So... I'm trying to think of who got cut up by the Hand, because I remember a couple of people getting cut and the poison thing never coming back up afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Stick. I think Stick got cut up.
Yeah, Stick got cut a bit. Fucking Elektra got cut a couple more times.
Yeah, Elektra got cut up, so it never came back. And I'm like, okay, well, all he did was pour baking soda in her wounds. That wasn't an antidote. Oh, it just kind of flushed the poison out of her.
He had a packet of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it was the baking soda and I think fucking some drain cleaner or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he had this packet of stuff he mixed in there.
Okay. Well, how the hell did Elektra make that same shit though? Whenever Matt got arrowed.
I think she just used baking soda.
Baking soda and some vodka. Let's do this. Yeah, just, yeah, just overall though, I mean, there's just so much cool shit going on here. The closest comparison I can make to this is Legend of Korra Season 2. What was that, book? I don't know, book something. Because, it was a season with a lot of really cool shit going on in it, but it just didn't mesh and tie together very well, and in that series, that season had the same issue too, where it was just the big villain reveal thing wasn't until much later, and you're like, okay, what are the stakes? What are the stakes? I have no fucking clue here. Please tell me something. But in that same note, though, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good, and I kind of felt like that was going to be the thing with this season. Also, oh fuck, the Kingpin.
Oh god, yeah.
Jesus Christ! He rocked that one episode he was in.
He did.
Oh.
It's he shows back up and it's...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, just like it really got. Oh god, I love that whole concept of like the power vacuum happening after Kingpin got arrested. It's like, yeah, no, like everyone just fucking because it was just full on TMNT City at War shit going on. I wish we could have gotten to see more of that, like more of like the gang war shit, and just like Hell's Kitchen really being torn apart by it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice. Also, that one fucking what was it, the Irish mobster? The guy who just like going for revenge on the Punisher. He's just like fucking torturing, putting a drill bit into his foot. And, and then when the Punisher gets, the Punisher just no muss, no fuss, shotgun to the face. I was like, oh damn, yeah. Can I just say how badly I want a Punisher movie or show with this guy? Fuck, I wanted him to have his own show or his own movie. I know we've already had like 3 failed Punisher movies, but Dolph Lundgren from the 80s.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's hard to remember that one because it was barely a Punisher movie. But yeah, like I want like a Punisher movie or a series so bad after this. Like I want this guy to, because like he is my, like I mean, I love Punisher Warzone. To me, that is like, yes, that is what the Punisher comics is like. That is what Punisher has been like in every time I've seen him in a story. Just being this total over-the-top crazy badass cartoon who's just murdering the fuck out of people. Yes. This was a Punisher that I could really get behind. He was more layered. He was more nuanced. I felt more compelled by him.
It's what they did in season 1. I'm trying to remember what it reminded me of. Kingpin.
Yeah.
Not the most comic accurate Kingpin ever.
Yeah.
But probably the best
Kingpin ever. Yeah. That was, fuck, man. Loved it. Oh god. Fucking speaking of the Kingpin again, just whenever Matt is talking to him, he's just like, it's like, yeah, I mean, if you fuck with me, like, you know, I'll make sure that, like, you know, Vanessa never comes back here again. He just...
So just the whole time I'm like, you're talking to Kingpin, bro. He's not just a mastermind. He also toe-to-toes with supers.
Right? It's just... Like, Matt, you really can't use your sonar kung fu on him. You're kind of in Matt Murdock mode. It's gonna give you... He just gets the shit kicked out of him. And just how Kingpin just very bluntly is just like, I may be locked in here. I still run this shit.
We're fucking... the Punisher's done fucking killing everybody on cell block A, and the guards come drag him away. The only thing I'm thinking is, you're all locked up in here with me!
Oh my god, right? I was just like, that was giving me such hard flashbacks of fucking Watchmen. Oh my god, because he was just full blown Walter Kovacs and just, oh, it was so brutal. Just him beating the shit out of guys. Like a guy just comes at him with like a fucking like busted mop handle. He just takes it and impales another dude with it. It's just, oh, it was so brutal. Like, he would just like disarm a dude, take their weapon, kill another guy with it, breaking one dude's neck. He just, oh my god. That honestly I think may have been more satisfying than the fucking hallway fight from season 1. That shit was cathartic.
Yeah, that scene really displays how Netflix, like, they're taking their we're on the internet, so we don't have to worry about TV censorship thing, but they're not making the whole show about it.
Yeah.
Just they're very responsibly, very maturely, I guess you could say. Just they're making the show they want to make. So when the ultraviolence comes out, it just happens.
Yeah, like it's not like this kind of, you know, Punisher Warzone. For as much as I love that movie, it is a very immature movie. It is juvenile, and it revels in its stupidity.
Because we have 2 hours. I mean, we've got the rating. We have 2 hours, so just pack as much in as you can.
Yeah. This is just, you know, like, no, we are telling a very serious, very dark story. So when serious, dark shit happens, it's not necessarily for shock value. It is thematically appropriate, and it doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah, which is, I think it's an expectation thing. You go to a movie that's rated R, you know it's a violent movie, so the audience has that expectation. So you got to keep the violence up, or the disappointment sets in. Daredevil, it's the internet.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows what's in it?
Yeah.
So you can just have the normal pace story, and then when the violence shows up, it does have more of an impact.
Yeah, because I mean, like the last Netflix original series I watched before this was Fuller House. You know, quite the juxtaposition there. It could be anything. It could be a shitty, campy sitcom, or it could be ultra-violent crime noir. Oh, man. Okay, so like Daredevil. We have Daredevil, and it is a crime... It is a law drama with superheroes. Jessica Jones, a kind of like a crime detective noir story with superheroes. Really hoping that we get Luke Cage, blaxploitation with superheroes, and then just go full on kung fu or kung fu exploitation film.
I hope those are switched.
What?
I hope Luke Cage is the old school kung fu movie, and fucking Iron Fist gets the blaxploitation.
Damn, haven't you ever heard of moderation? It's good. It was so damn good. Like I said, like
Marvel, still doing it.
Yeah, it's just like just checking that box. I mean, they are really setting a standard. I love their interconnected continuity thing they got going on. This one I was kind of proud of them for because they did their little things hinting towards the movie, so that way people know, yes, this is in continuity with the Avengers films. This is important shit that we need to establish here. This season, they didn't really feel like doing that. Like the only thing they really connect to was Jessica Jones. That's it. Like when Hogarth shows up at the end and offers Foggy the job, I'm like, yeah, awesome, that's awesome. When they name dropped Jessica Jones, that was great too, and they made a reference to Luke Cage, that was great. These little things that just very organically just kind of slip in and out of the story. I love that. I'm wondering how much longer we're gonna go before just metahumans, or not metahumans, Inhumans start popping up and being a thing. Because I really feel like that needs to show up at some point in these stories, considering it's a big deal, a really big deal in S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. And it's not this is a S.H.I.E.L.D. exclusive thing. This is no, globally, worldwide, Inhumans are a thing, and I really feel like more superpowered people need to be showing up in these shows because of that. But I mean, we still got I think another couple of seasons before that's really going to be too relevant. But yeah, anything you want to add?
No.
No? Just, we pretty much said everything. Looking forward to a season 3, looking forward to Defenders, and please don't fuck up Iron Fist. I need Iron Fist to be really, really good. I really, really need Iron Fist to be good, goddammit. Don't fuck this up.
In 10 years, we do need to have the Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, Collar Bros team up.
Oh, man. That's another thing I want. I want to see, the movie and show characters start interweaving. I want, the Spider-Man Punisher team-up movie. I want Spider-Man to cameo in an episode of Daredevil so goddamn bad. Season 3 of Daredevil, I just want one Spider-Man scene. Just... You don't have to get the real actor. Just get some asshole in the suit and just pretend it's the same actor. Just have him never take the mask off. And have Spider-Man web-swinging and just being a total fucking goofy asshole in this really gritty-ass dark series. And going, holy shit, people are dying in the city. This shit doesn't happen in Manhattan. But yeah. I have nothing else.
Nope.